Firstly, Shannon, good to see you. What would you like to say about Chal Zindagi? I saw the trailer. It's great trailer. Tell us something about Chal Zindagi.
Thank you so much. Chal Zindagi is a beautiful movie about road trip and traveling. I had so much fun, filming the movie, and it definitely shows on screen as well. So, overall, like people have really appreciated the trailer so far. So I hope that they continue to love the movie and the songs of it.
Yes. इस मूवी से आप डेब्यू करने वाले हो, एक ऐसा डेब्यू जो आपके लिए एक ड्रीम डेब्यू होने वाला है. लद्दाख में हुई है शूटिंग. अगर आप कुछ बताना चाहोगे किस तरह से how excited you are for the debut?
I am excited, but at the same time, I am very nervous because, I just don't know how people are going to react to me acting.
Yeah.
So far, people have been very appreciative of my music and my songs. That they have loved my songs, my voice. So now I've sort of, transitioned and jumped into acting, and so I'm really nervous. Fingers crossed,
Yes.
everybody likes my performance. But yes, filming in Leh Ladakh was absolutely a dream. It was my first time visiting Ladakh. बहुत सारे challenges थे, such as like low oxygen and fighting against the weather, because 99% of the movie was shot outdoors. So we had to, really be patient with the weather. And I remember एक scene था with Vivek Daya and myself, and it suddenly started to, like, there was a sandstorm out of nowhere. So we had to wait. And again, like coming down to Manali, then Chandigarh, Rajasthan. Rajasthan was full of heat. So it was a very drastic weather climate changes which we had to face. But it was very fun as well.
Yes. And when we talk about Leh Ladakh, the first thing that comes in mind is biking.
Right.
Biking is like a dream for every bikers to have a ride on Leh Ladakh. What would you like to say about the biking? Do you like biking? Have you ever ride, or after this movie you started riding the bike?
I think the first thing that attracted me in this movie was definitely biking. I love road trips. So, and my character Sana, she is a U.S. student who loves music. So she comes down to Mumbai in search for, authentic folk music, and then she goes on her Harley Davidson. So I had music involved, I had acting involved, I had traveling and food. I mean, who could reject it? So I enjoyed myself a lot. Unfortunately, जब pre-production हो रहा था, and even during our first, filming, we were still in the whole COVID phase, so I didn't really get to learn, biking. But I think after this movie, I shall definitely take some time out and, go for another ride or learn properly. So yeah.
जब आपने ये मूवी साइन की या फिर स्क्रिप्ट भी आपने पढ़ी, तो सबसे पहले किसको बताया कि आई विल बी मेकिंग योर डेब्यू? वाज इट योर फादर? एंड पापा को जब बताया तो पापा का रिस्पांस क्या था मूवी को लेके?
I think Dad found out later. Definitely my sister, my mom knew it, and we were all very excited, and I had to prepare myself a lot because, debut hai first of all, and then acting hai, so it's different from, singing songs, music videos is completely different movie making and how that is. So I was really into that workshop and, learning, especially the Hindi dialogues. There was the language barrier as well. I think later on, I told Dad that I'm in the movie, and then he was singing one of the songs from the movie as well, so which was a double surprise for me and him, I guess. So yeah.
And you're singing 5 songs. If you want to say something about the songs, 5 songs, how it is, and how excited are you for the songs? That 5 songs.
So the 5 songs in the movie are totally different from each another. Good, vibe, summery vibe song, which is called Chal Zindagi, which is sung by Javed Ali sir and myself. Then we have a beautiful romantic, song, which is called Rang Tera, and it was shot in Manali, in the campfire side, as you can see in the music video. It's beautiful. And again, that was sung by Javed Ali sir and myself. Then we have a little bit of a twist with the party song, a club song, a nice kick to the beat, and that was sung by Anita Schrader and myself. And lastly, we have the epic song, which
Yes.
is Mujhe Jeena Aa Gaya, which was sung by Dad and myself. So I think each and every song is completely different to itself, infused with a little bit of the West. So it's sung by Vivan Sharma, Ravindra Upadhyay, and myself. So yeah, every song is completely different and it's very enjoyable. So they're all out on YouTube. So far people have been really loving it. And if you haven't watched it, you guys should definitely go and watch it.
एंड आपके डैड की मैं बात करूँ, एज अ 90s किड वी ऑल ग्रोन अप सीइंग हिज म्यूजिक इतना फिल्म फेयर देख पीछे ही 5 ट्रॉफी, इतनी सारी ट्रॉफीज है. मैं वही देख रहा था कि कौन सी मूवीज की ट्रॉफी रखी है. आप अगर बताना चाहोगे सबसे फेवरेट सॉन्ग आपका कौन सा है डैड का?
I think it's everybody's favorite song, so it would have to be the classic, iconic "Jab Koi Baat Bigar Jaye."
वाओ.
It just touches my heart and soul, and it motivates me every time I'm, either stressed or a little down. I think that song is a beautiful song which you can dedicate it to literally anyone. It's not
Yes.
a love song. It's a very, like, hey, I'm there for you. That kind of song.
यस. एंड इफ यू वांट टू डेडिकेट दिस सॉन्ग, किसको आप डेडिकेट करना चाहोगे ये गाना?
I would dedicate it to those who are, dabbling between themselves, who are confused or who aren't motivated to do something. I would just tell them that I'm there for you, and
Yes.
yeah.
And tell us something, when you decided like I have to be an actor, I have to be a singer, at what age you decided and what was your starting phase of your career, if you want to say something about your...
So I would say that music has been a big part of me ever since the beginning, day
Yes.
one. I grew up listening to that songs, and I remember I used to go down to recording sessions and just, observe and watch, and I used to think and dream that I want to be there. I want to sing just like him, and I want to be in that music booth. Fast forward, I grew an interest into Western music. I used to listen to all kinds of artists such as Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, and that's how I started my career. And I sang a song called "A Long Time" with Pooh Bear, which came out in 2017. So there was challenges to being in the West, starting a career out in the West. I remember I used to sing at like cafes and
Yes.
family restaurants throughout the journey, and here I am.
And if you want, we'll talk about the reality show of Indian Idol. We see so many people who sings Sir's song, they recreate the song. But if you want to sing any of the song, if you want to recreate or remake any of the song, which will be that song?
I did recreate one of his songs, which is called "Pehla Pehla Pyar."
Yes.
And again, I was, anything to do with like Dad or his songs is like you're putting yourself out there and at a risk, because each and every song of his is attached to millions of hearts,
Yes.
and you cannot like risk it, you cannot butcher it no matter what. So I had to make sure that I did justice to the song, and for that I'm doing your song, so I hope that you don't mind. And he was very happy, and he actually came down to US to record me
Yeah.
on that track. So it was a wonderful
Can
experience.
you sing few lines?
हाय पहला तेरा मेरा प्यार, हाय पहला तेरा मेरा प्यार.
Yes. So good. Coming back to your movie, Vivek Dhaya is also there.
Yes.
Tell us something about your working experience with him, your first meet, anything, that story would you like to share? Anything?
So Vivek Dhaya plays Sahil in the movie, and I'm Sana. So we have a little bit of a love angle as well in the movie, and I think our chemistry was really beautiful. It was.
Firstly, Shannon, good to see you. What would you like to say about? मैं वही देख रहा था कि कौन सी मूवीज की ट्रॉफी रखी है. आप अगर बताना चाहोगे सबसे फेवरेट सॉन्ग आपका कौन सा है डैड का?
I think it's everybody. everybody's favorite song, so it would have to be the classic, iconic "Jab Koi Baat Bikad Jaye."
Wow.
It just touches my heart and soul, and it motivates me every time I'm, either stressed or a little down. I think that song is a beautiful song which you can dedicate it to literally anyone. It's not
Yes.
a love song. It's a very, like, hey, I'm there for you. That kind of song.
Yes. And if you want to dedicate this song, किसको आप dedicate करना चाहोगे ये गाना?
I would dedicate it to those